Okay, so this is the pottery wheel, and we're gonna throw on it today. And this is my wheel head. This is my splash pan, which is quite dirty because I've been using it, although you'll find it clean and you'll keep it clean. I have a bowl full of water with some tools, and again, my water's kind of dirty because I've been using the wheel. First, I need to attach the plastic bat onto the wheel head, so make sure that you have one of these. They're on the side of the sink, on the shelves underneath the counter. So if I flip this over, I've got 4 holes, and the 2 holes that are closer to the outer edge are the ones that you hook onto the wheel, on the pegs right here. So I'm going to put my fingers there to mark it, and then I'm going to fit the plastic bat on. And check it and make sure that that bat doesn't go anywhere, because if it is not completely attached, well, you'll see what happens when you get on the wheel. I've got roughly a pound of clay. I have terracotta clay. You can use either. I'm going to just hit the clay into a ball. And then I'm going to smack it down right in the center. And the more you get it in the center, the easier it is to work with. Okay, so I smacked it a couple times. I threw it down really hard. I'm going to make sure my wheel is on, make sure that the switch is correct for the direction. So I'm going counterclockwise from myself because I'm right-handed. Okay, so now I'm going to turn the wheel on, and I'm going to center the clay. So I need to add water, which I'll continuously add. Elbows are on my legs, hands are going together, and I'm pushing and squeezing to the center. Not lifting my hands at all. Just squeezing my hands together, forcing the clay to the middle. Okay, so I'm centering right now. I need to get the clay right in the center. I've gone up. Now the second part of centering is going back down, so support the side and put the palm of your hand on top of the clay and press down. Another way of doing this, and my favorite way, is just putting this part like I'm karate chopping it. Okay. If it does not look centered, repeat the steps, squeeze it up, press it down until it's perfectly in the middle. So that's step 1, centering. Step 2 is opening, which is putting a hole inside of the clay. So what I want to do is find the center first. If your clay is not centered at all, you're not going to be able to do this very well. But you can use your thumb or your forefinger, and I'm going to just find the center and gently start to press it down into the clay. Okay. You're not going through the clay all the way to the bat, but you want to get down pretty far. You can use your finger to measure how far you are. It looks like I'm good. Okay. I'm just going to kind of squeeze the clay a little bit to widen the hole. And you can see I'm just adding a little bit of water every couple seconds here. Okay, now I'm going to do what's called pulling. I'm pulling the walls. I'm going to make them thinner, and I'm going to draw them upwards. Okay, so I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to go up, squeezing one thumb on the inside. You can also go like this. Guide that clay up, be very steady. Feel the thickness. The clay is way more thick at the bottom. It's got a funny little hourglass shape going on right now. Okay, so I'm continuing to thin it out. And if you can't do this anymore, can't put your thumb in, you put one hand in and one hand out, and you squeeze them together and you draw upwards very slowly but very steadily. And now I'm pushing more on the inside, and you can see I'm just kind of playing with the shape. You saw the ring of clay go up, but then I evened it out so it's a cylinder. So if you get to this point, you can kind of play with the shape, see what you can do. Just be careful because you want to make sure that your clay is relatively even throughout and you don't have really thick areas. I like this shape. It's kind of like a standard cup shape. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to use this. So I'm going to take a sponge and I'm going to absorb all the water on the inside, being very gentle. Okay, and then I'm going to just kind of smooth the rim. If I were making this for drinking, I would want a rounded lip. Otherwise your liquid would spill all over you. Okay, and then lastly, I am going to scrape the outside just to make it nice and smooth. It's much easier than sanding it for 5 years afterwards. You can do it on the wheel, it's much faster. It's pretty accurate. Got a little bit of a texture going on down here. I kind of want to just be smooth. There, that's a little better. Okay, so now I'm all done. I'm going to cut this through the bottom with the toggle, wrapping the toggle around my fingers and going from behind toward me. Okay. I've got some stuff around the bottom I might need to trim, so I may need to just kind of put a bag over it so it doesn't dry up completely. And I can use the mud on my bat to write my name so I can label it. I know whose it is. Okay, and that's about it. When you're finished, make sure that the wheel goes off. Make sure that the splash pan comes apart. No clay or water goes down the sink, and I clean everything so that it looks like how you found it.